Hey guys, this is what I did so far since 7:30 in the morning. That's the old man's tractor, the one we use daily. As you can see, Troy's tractor's no longer there. Me and the old man dragged it back here for now. So we got, I'll show you a scrap pile. That goes away on the 5th. No longer a headache. Troy's tractor's here. Him and a fellow YouTuber is gonna be working on this tomorrow, trying to get running. Need some point work and some wiring stuff. And then I can't wait. I could have made a bunch of money off this, but I'm just not set up or have the time. This was all scrap back here. This was a mess somebody else made, and we're all stuck cleaning it up and taking care of it. A lot of materials in here that's actually, you look at it and say, nah, it's junk, but there's a lot of good stuff back here. But that's alright. I'll restart where it won't be like this. It'll actually be, as I get it, it gets used and, you know, either refined, used for building materials, or portrayed for labor or whatever. So I'm not gonna have a mess like that. That will never fucking happen again. I will strangle somebody before I allow that. Like I said, it wasn't the old man's fault. He got ran off the property. Wasn't much he could do about it. I mean, he's an old, he's an old sick man, and vet. So there's only so much he could deal with. And unfortunately, we're all stuck with the cleanup. But that's what friends are for. We all stick together and work together. And make shit happen. And make sure shit like that never happens again. Got the burn pit going. Hot and heavy. My chop saw is down right now, so I'm going to be showing you how to repair that. I already cleaned the brushes up, I got to pull the motor apart and fix a few other things. And then I'll start building my other chainsaw processor. This is a lot of the inside of the trailer. I'll get up in there in a second. Troy was here, we got a lot of demo done today. And we filled the dumpster. We're gonna compact it down with a backhoe. We got a buddy with one. As I thought, we got the mower running. I just don't got enough nutting in me. Well, actually, my nuts are turning stone, so that might be an issue. It might just be too heavy. Can't support them in my neck. And And also, I do have medical proof. The hospital's the one that informed me. And that's how much I got mowed. And then I had to stop. That was all I had left in me. But hey, it's a start. There's a star of the show, Tom. Hey, girl. I know you want more food and loving. I know. She's a good cat. Only took about a month for her to come around to us. Let us pet us. You'd think she was a man. The way to her heart was through her stomach. Tomorrow this place is done. She's coming down tomorrow, boys. Depends on how much the old man is around tomorrow. Because if he's here, I won't do video. Like I said, I don't want our troubles with trolls becoming his. Which will probably wind up happening anyways, and I'll have to deal with the outcome, but trolls are that stupid, you know. You gotta train the stupid. Only way to cure stupid is with a bullet. But in this case, I can't train them that way, so you gotta do it other ways. Bullets are the easy way, and you know, non-lethal routines are a little bit harder to teach, but eventually they get the message. And like I said, you know, you saw all the mess through here, and me and Troy just went to town, and Austin is a guest that he had a little fun up in here. Think that what was his name? Something like that. I don't know. My mind's blown. I'll have to ask Troy again. I know it's a guy from YouTube. I don't know what the hell his name was. But yeah, we got a lot blown out today. Tomorrow the rest of it comes down. We're gonna clean the rest of this mess up. I'm burning up a lot of it tonight. Already filled the burn pit up 3/4 of the way. There's a sink for the workshop. Just 'cause, you know, you need something to wash your hands in. You don't want to be jumping cars or grab your doorknobs with, you know, grease all over you and shit. You don't want to take that stuff home anyways. So then you gotta scrub your, then you gotta clean your house. And I'm the kind of guy, once I go home, I don't want to fucking do cleaning. I do have enough here. I just want to hit a chair, lazy boy, lay back, and pass out. Maybe watch a movie, but usually that's not an option. You go home, you sleep, get up and go to work. You know, that's exactly how it is. breaker box we need for the shop. Bathtub and shower. I'm thinking about keeping that for the shop, just so we don't go home with all that greasy shit on. You know, when you're covered in sawdust and grease and grime, and last thing you want to do is jump in your vehicle or bring that stuff home into the house. I know Melody's not gonna want to keep scrubbing that stuff out of her, you know, bathtub. So once you start getting that stuff all over the place, man, that stuff can be a nightmare to clean. Trust me, I trashed enough tubs and know better. And then I had to use Comet, bleach, and a lot of scrubbing power, and a lot of extremely hot water. That's why I like having stuff like this. We can just quickly clean, and if it stains it, oh well, who cares? The shop shower, you know. We gotta take porcelain god out yet. Hot water tank we're gonna use for heating the shops. With the wood stuff, we're gonna take out the I'll show you, which basically you do. These are your water feeds. It's electric water here, so it has two giant heaters inside, and you take those out. You just toss them. You don't use them, and you use it just as an insulated holding tank, because this tank and this cover here is, if you take this blue cover off, it's all fiberglass insulation inside. And right here, you can't see it yet, that's one of the heating elements. And there's one on the other side. And this here is what's called a pop-off valve. The idea is if the hot water tank ever gets too hot, it pops off and releases all the steam. Kind of like a nuclear power plant, except just steam and not bad stuff. It just vents the pressure out in the air so the tanks don't blow. But the kind of boiler system I'm doing is a non-pressurized one, so it relies on just the pump, and you just run a tube outside, or if you're not got an outside boiler, you just leave it open, so it can never build up pressure. Worst thing you can do is boil over, who cares? And then use that as your inlet and your outlet. One's a water feed in from cold water, which would be your return line. And this line here is the hot water going. Oh, sorry, this one on this particular one is, yeah, this is the, okay, yeah, that is the inlet, and then this is the outlet. So you just would go normally to your bathroom fixtures for hot water, but in this case, it's gonna go to, either it's gonna go into the floor for radiant heating, which is nothing more than plywood down with it's like a cement, but it's just for laying tile over. It's not like structural, like you need a parking lot garage or something. No, it's just good enough for walking on, you know, and stuff like that. So it doesn't need reinforcements. or you can get the special 3/4 inch groove plywood. What it does is when you run plastic line through it in big loops, and then you put your flooring over it, and it allows heat to come off. But if you use the mortar instead of the like wood or something, and just throw some tile on it, it produces a lot more heat. And you insulate underneath it before you lay it down. There's if you watch a guy on YouTube or DIY tube called My Playhouse on his older videos, it's a hard insulation that's used for that purpose. You just put it down and you lay flooring over it. Either wood or cement, but cement is your best in that case. And then you throw it's basically a space blankets, but it's I forget it's called. It's just an aluminum blanket that you lay down for the help reflect the heat up. Gives you more. It's a better reflective material for insulating. Put it on your walls and stuff like that. But when I get that far into the setting up the heating system, I'll show it to you. But, you know, like I said, we're getting there. Slowly, but we're getting there. This is the type of tubing you would use. It's called PEX. It's what everybody uses now to replace copper. Because one, it doesn't release heat as good as it. Like for these, like to run to the floor, I'll run that, but in the floor I'm probably gonna run actual copper. The other benefit to this stuff is if the line does freeze up, it won't split as easy. It can actually expand so it doesn't break. I mean, if it expands enough, yeah, it's gonna crack, or if it's aged enough, it will break. But for the most part, it does the job much better for certain things. Like you can use it for radiant flooring. You know, that's what the standard is today. But if you want to really throw some heat off, you're better off with copper. You know, plus I'll have some copper radiators. I'm gonna have 6 inches of insulations in the shop, because depending on the temperatures, you know, a lot of your new houses are all 2x6s instead. Used to be 2x4s. For like areas like New York, it's not too bad. Places like here would be, you know, standard nowadays would be, you know, back in the day everybody used 2x4s. Nowadays, New York would use 2x4s, 2x6s, depending on the budget. Here, it's mostly probably, you know, some people use 2x4s still, which is not a lot of insulation. 2x6, 2x8s. 2x8s are your best, but a lot of money in insulation. So, I mean, 2x6s will do. But if you drop them down below 0 degrees and stay in there, 2x8 is the way to go. If you can really afford it, 2x10s. And there's Tommy out. She wants loving and stuff. And right now, I'm gonna call it quits, and then maybe depending on how much I have in me when it gets dark, I might come back out and just chill by the fire, and you know, can go watch the stars and crap and talk. But I just wanted, before it got dark, show you what I got done. Me and Troy got done today. Because like I said, Troy worked hard today. He got most of this done. I helped out quite a bit, but Troy knocked most of it. I'd say about at least 75% on his own. Maybe a little less, a little more, but who's counting? As long as the job gets done, that's all we care. But, I want to give credit due. I don't want to make it sound like, I did more than he did, or he did, the same amount as I did. Wouldn't be fair. Because I was pretty messed up today bad, so. Of course, I didn't get as much as he did done. And that's the way it works. Some days I get more done, some days he gets more done. All depends on how I'm here all day, most of the night. And some nights, I call it quits and go to my place. But right now, I'm just, because security's not set up fully, and I don't like leaving this property without the cameras and stuff all up. And I mean, we got there's some stuff up and running, but not the way I want it. Well, I'm happy with security, that I can relax a lot more, but I'm not known for relaxing on security. I'm a complete insane madman when it comes to security. I like my hidden stuff. And I like my stuff that's gonna be seen for reasons. This way, people know where it's basically like you're locking your door. You're locking your door. I don't care how good a lock you got. You can have a bolt door. If somebody wants it in bad enough, they're gonna find a way through it. Banks get robbed every day. Fort Knox has even been robbed. People have broken into Area 51. Didn't get very far, but it has happened. But, locks are only meant to keep honest people honest. Same with cameras. The ones that are seen keep the honest people honest. And the ones that want to go farther, well, then they gotta deal with the stuff you can't see. That's like the military. They got do not trespass, you will be shot. They let some of the security be seen. And the stuff you don't see, that's what you gotta worry about. Because they're gonna catch you, And there's no doubt about it. You might make it so far past the security, but eventually one piece of it's gonna get you. Especially if you don't know it's there. Alright guys, I'll probably talk to you later or tomorrow, one or the other. Until then, have a good night.